What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about a really cool deck that has been emerging in Japan and other regions of the world. It is a new way to play Lostbox. You guys might have become very familiar with Lostbox. It picked up 2 regional wins, one in the hands of Tor Reklev and one in the hands of Pedro Eugenio Torres. 2 amazing players playing a very skill-intensive deck. But this is a different version of that deck. It's going to be using the Comfy Flower Selecting ability to look at our top 2 cards, put one in the hand, put one in the Lost Zone. But rather than go only into the Cramorants with the Spit Innocently and only into the Sableye with our Lost Might attack, we're adding a couple of fun new attackers. We're going to add Raikou with the Amazing Shot attack that hits into Lugia, which is one of our new threats in the format, for weakness, which is really good, and snipes 120 on the bench as well. So theoretically, with a Choice Belt, we should be able to one-shot a Lugia V-Star and, do some serious damage and kind of put ourselves in a good position. Not only do we have that, but we do have 1 copy of the Amazing Rarization with the Amazing Sword attack, 150 plus 150 if our opponent has any VMAX Pokemon in play. So none of these amazing rares finally get a chance to shine alongside using cards like Mirage Gate, but the one downside to a list like this is our amazing rare, our Radiant Greninja cannot really attack. So that option's out the window, but without all that being said, we've got some Path to the Peaks, like the typical Lost Zone engine. It hasn't changed at all, really. It's just got more different attackers in here to give ourselves some more options as we move into the game. So that being said, let's jump into some gameplay with the Raikou version of Lostbox. If you guys are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. I'm actually very glad to see that you guys are liking gameplay. I was pretty nervous that it wouldn't be a hit, and I'm pretty happy with the reception that the videos are getting. The views aren't great, but the people are sticking around. I appreciate you guys. We're going to build a community. I do have a Discord down below if you guys want to join and ask Pokemon questions, talk about IRL stuff. I've got a couple of people who are really amazing, like Cabled, who are really good at putting up the registration timings and stuff like that, that are very important for regionals coming up. Yeah, and I've got a couple questions about what regionals and events I'm attending. I will be at pretty much everything. I have Brazil booked up, which I'm leaving for next week. Toronto. Oh, we're missing a very cool card here, which is a Comfy. So I think we can just open this. This is the most unassuming card to open. Blissey, not a great matchup for us, but we're going to do our best. Where's the Comfy, guys? But I will be at Toronto, I'll be at Arlington, I'll be at San Diego. And I have not booked Orlando yet, but that is where I went to college and have a lot of friends and stuff, so I plan on heading back there to kind of revisit some memories, some fun times. Our hand's not looking too hot. We just need a Comfy, though. VIP Pass, Comfy, anything off the top. Chorus's Experiment. I'll take that to start. Absolutely bonkers. There's a VIP Pass. We probably want to take the Raikou, and we probably want to keep the Lightning. Seems like a good 2 to get rid of. Let's go ahead and VIP Pass. Grabbing ourselves a Comfy. And I think, honestly, we just go double Comfy. Because we do want to start pivoting around and doing some moves. Net up the Manaphy. I feel like this is not great to have in play. Let's go ahead and Flower Selecting. Rope is good here. Gives us another pivot option. And we can switch card into the Cramorant. And this way we're also roping into a target that has not already used an energy to attack. So, okay, Chorus Experiment for next turn is really good. We're losing our Mirage Gate, but it's completely okay. Cram comes down here. Let's go ahead and switch card into the Cramorant. I can bench the Raikou and attach to it as well, if I would like to. I think that's fine, actually. And I'm going to keep the Goon in hand because I don't know where I want this damage to go just yet. So with Lost Provisions, we get the free attack off. Now, I think losing Mirage Gate and Ordinary Rod are both a little bit unfortunate, but we do have 4 gates for a reason. And we do have a Chorus Experiment to continue our onslaught of attackers and stuff in the deck. In case this Blissey just attaches and attacks into us. Look, yeah, exactly like this with the Blissful Blast. Wowza! That's a really good discard. I think they could have roped and one-shot us, maybe, actually. There's a world we actually get the knockout on this Blissey, by the way. If we can find our Choice Belt, we can actually one-shot this Blissey. Or if we find 2 more nets, we can one-shot this Blissey. 2 nets or a Metal's good here. Let's Chorus Experiment. There's a net. So this is gone. We're going to keep this, we're going to keep this, and I think we're going to keep this. So 2 cards gone. Not exactly, we didn't exactly get everything we needed here. We can switch card and net here and just look at more cards. but I feel like we don't care if we see more cards here. I feel like we're just okay attaching the grass here. And I'm okay just attacking with Spit innocently. We do already have 6 into the Lost Zone, which means the next Comfy will give us access to the Mirage Gate to start pulling energies out of the deck and powering up cards like the Raikou. 120 is a good number to be hitting. There's a Path to the Peak. Doesn't really affect us. We're already past the point of drawing cards with Greninja, if that was even an option. If our opponent didn't have any extra energies to kind of salvage, maybe I would have switched cart and netted just to keep the Cramorant alive for a little bit longer. But I think in this situation, it's like we're not saving anybody. This guy's cooked a little bit. So this situation is a little bit unsalvageable, in my opinion, to this guy. This matchup is in theory bad because of cards like that Hyper Potion that just hit the board. Our opponent is powering up the double Blissey. They're getting ready to... there's an Avery, which is... we're not punished because we didn't overbench. Absolutely banger. We could have benched the Manaphy, I guess, and pitched that if that situation ever happened. But didn't even come up, so it's okay. We do have the Net Goon play still. We have Net Goon, and we already have the Raikou ready to go. In an ideal world, we get another Raikou here, if possible, to start sniping some more. Another Blissey hits the board. Sableye is not bad either, so we can always split up like 6/6, something like that, of that nature. Just get the ball rolling. Our opponent's just beefing up this Blissey, hoping it doesn't get knocked out. We just need a Choice Belt. A Choice Belt gets us there to the knockout on the active, which would be super ideal. There's a Clara, which is also pretty strong because we can bring back Cram. Let's go ahead and look at the flower selecting. Quick Ball or Rope? I think we'll take the Quick Ball. Probably pitching the Manaphy. Let's see what's a potential option moving next. I think Cram is also really good here. Just to swing for free if we need to. But also I think I can just get another Raikou and power it up. I'm super okay with that play as well. Let's go ahead and Mirage Gate. We only have 1 metal, which is in our hand, which means we prized 1 metal. Okay. We'll go ahead and switch cards. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the deck. Colors is pretty good. We do need Psychic Energy, so we can't get rid of all of them haphazardly. Because I think we're going to have to eventually Sableye. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't think we're going to need Greninja, so these 3 I think are the answers we keep. Greninja I think is lived past its prime. So now we also have an answer to being able to bring back our energies next turn. Once our guy gets knocked out, we can also Clara them back, which is super okay. Because we just need to get the metal back, in my opinion, here. So there's the net. Let's put it back into our hand. This guy can come down. I don't mind putting the Comfy back in play. I don't think it's an issue. We'll go ahead and Amazing Shot. Just 120, 120. This puts a lot of pressure on the Blissey player. They might have Hyper Potion, but they can only now heal 1 of these Blissies. So now next turn, we're setting ourselves up to have a little bit of a power play turn if we need to. Crushing Hammer comes down. This is going to be a little bit of a pain, for sure. Wait, the metal on the active. Are we not getting knocked out here? Interesting. I mean, I feel like you just knock out my active, right? That's a strange play. Maybe our opponent's going to go ahead and retreat this Blissey and just attack into us vanilla, which is fine. Fine by me, you know? Not complaining. Copycat, an interesting card in here. A very heavy Miltank line. V-Guard energy as well. V-Guard doesn't do anything here in this matchup. There's a Hyper Potion negating our last attack. But because we attacked with Raikou, it's not fully negating our attack. It's simply taking away 120 damage that we did. So there's a Crushing Hammer again. Tails. I feel like you always take it off the bench, Raikou, if I'm my opponent. Trekking Shoes coming down. 22 cards left in our opponent's deck. 16 left in ours. We're probably going to have to Clara. I'd rather not if I didn't have to, but I think that's going to be the out here. Our opponent doesn't seem intent on retreating. Just swinging. This is where having Radzard would be really good. To kind of just sweep in and do a ton of damage. But Mr. Radiant Zard doesn't really fit into the scheme of our multicolored attackers. I think I'm okay just throwing up those Raikou and going for the Clara play this turn. I think it's fine to not be super greedy. I think it's okay to make this play. I'm going to go ahead and split the damage up, by the way, in case our opponent plays Sharon's Care. Because if I just commit to one Blissey and they do play a Sharon's Care, I could be in some danger. So that's a completely useless top deck. We're going to go ahead and... Actually, I can just take a knockout. I should just take the knockout, I think. We're going to go ahead and Zig Ping back here. We do have one Mirage Gate gone. Two Mirage Gate gone. But access to the rest, so let's go ahead and Clara. Bringing back these two. And I guess these this way. And then we'll go ahead and do this. And it's a pretty easy, amazing shot angle here for us being able to take 2 prizes as well. There's a Lucky Energy. Boom, boom. A Net and a Grass. Disruption here would be pretty good once this this active Raikou goes down. If we can find our Roxanne or other disruption of some sort. Our opponent probably also plays Heavy Marnie. Almost certainly. So that's also something that could benefit us greatly. A Manaphy comes down. They do play a Manaphy. It just took them this long to get it out onto the board. Which is pretty funny because, you know, we expected to see that a lot earlier in the game. And we're seeing it now. If they don't heal this turn, we can find a Sableye and just take this free prize here. These two are just sitting ducks for us towards the end of the game. Yeah. Because they go to 3, I go to 2, put the 5 here, extra 5 here. Or 8, 4. Rope? Yeah, you got it, boss. You got it, boss. We keep our Raikou alive, too. Cannot complain. This Blissey is a little bit of a problem. This one's pretty big. But our opponent did put down 2 good attackers for us. Let's see if they're playing Nets. I feel like they're not playing Nets. I feel like there's no Scoop Up Nets in this deck. Let's go ahead and start with the Colress's Experiment. Mirage Gate's pretty good here. Net is pretty good here. And Rod is pretty good here. I think those are the 3. No Sableye. No way to get to Sableye, unfortunately. And even if we do get to Sableye, we're missing a way to get to... I guess we can Mirage get out the energies. So here's where we get to the Sableye. Come on. Unlucky. So that's not ideal. This is not exactly what we were looking for this turn. 120 feels okay. 150 is fine also. If that's the route. I guess we can net. We can net around a little bit before we can get to the Sableye. We have 7 cards in deck. So let's try to find the Sableye here. There it is. We're losing a balloon, though. That is a little bit unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and Sableye. We'll go ahead and Scoop Up Net our Comfey. Bench this. Sableye comes down. So we have 2 options here. We can either... I'm going to need a few turns to pull off what I want. And our boss is gone. So we can kill this and put damage counters here and just threaten the snipe here. But I think it's better to just take away the option of a potential heal here. And then this is where the healing will come from typically. So we can do this, this, and then 1 here. Because I need to do the 120 somewhere. So we're going to Lost Mine this next turn. And then we'll have the attack with Raikou again. And that should be how we map out this game. This matchup is really annoying. This is not a matchup that I think Lostbox is meant to win. But our opponent overbenched a little bit, I think. And they did have a Manaphy in the deck. And I'm pretty surprised they didn't grab it. I guess they played a Quick Ball pretty late into the game. They played 1 Quick Ball here. They played 1 Quick Ball here. Okay, I mean, I guess they didn't really play it that late into the game. I don't remember if our other Sableye is in the deck, which is a little bit sloppy on my part. We throw up the Comfey anyway, because I can recycle a Mirage Gate at any point. There's a path. I just don't remember if it's in the deck. So we're going to have to go ahead and Rod, I think. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and use the Comfy. Okay, not ideal. We'll take the Roxanne though. We'll take the Roxanne. That's not bad. Switch card. We're not gonna deck here. I'm okay. Let's dig one more deep before we can go. There's a Sableye, but the problem is that was also the Psychic. There's 2 Psychic in here. I don't remember if the last one's prized. That's an issue, actually. Let's go ahead and Mirage Gate out some energy. Nope, we're chilling. We're being chilling. Boom. Here, so we have the retreat option. And don't play any more cards, Rahul. Let's not be silly, and let's go ahead and Roxanne. Okay. Nice and clean. There's 1 Recycler and a Mirage Gate still left in the deck. Recycler's in our hand. We're going to go ahead and Lost Mine. Putting 4 here. This is fine at the 120 it is, so I'm going to put the rest of the damage on the active. Because, actually no, there's a cape. Wait, how do I undo? How do I? Okay, I guess I can't undo. Oopsie daisies. I guess we can count capes, maybe. 1 cape. No, I lose if this cape actually is a cape. Like, oh well. Well, we goofed it. We goofed it. I completely, totally blanked on cape. But hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. I'm really hoping that doesn't come back to bite us. It could come back to bite us. There's like a huge world where this comes back to bite us. Hyperpot the bench. We're active. Their 1 card has to be cape or like research or something to even keep this game going. Because if not, we do have the knockout with the snipe. Come on. Come on. Come on. I totally misplayed there, but come on, never punished. Never punished. Let's go. Okay. And bada bing. Bada boom, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to throw up this amazing rare Raikou. Do some amazing feats. Welcome to the circus, because this is the star of the show with our amazing shot, taking out the Radiant Greninja on the bench, taking our 6th prize card, and winning the Pokemon trading card game. We did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, that was a nail biter. Sorry I misplayed at the end. But I hope you guys enjoy this kind of content. Like and subscribe down below. It helps out a ton. And I will see you guys for another video tomorrow.